Hola!
Bon dia!
And welcome to the Sunny Saudade project.
This week we're going to be filming how you can stay vegan in
The Algarve? Portugal, the land of Iberian chorizo, fresh seafood and piri piri chicken. What's there not to like?
Well, none of that if you're vegan, Carlos. But don't worry, I know that there's plenty of stuff now becoming available here in Portugal.
Really?
Yeah, do you want me to show you?
Yeah, mate. Go on.
Alright then. So for years and years, Portugal, well, it hasn't had the best of reps when it comes to vegan and veggie food. But recently, I tell you what, it's been improving. For those of you who don't know, I used to be vegan myself when I used to live in South East London for a little bit, although thanks to a bit of anemia, kind of had to give it up. But I am very partial to a good veggie or vegan meal. And both me and Carlos had veggie parents when we were growing up.
I actually know of lots of people that have been living in Portugal for lots of years that have had a vegan or veggie diet. And it is highly possible due to Portugal's veggie and vegan produce. In fact, we eat more veggie and vegan food than actual meat dishes. So Charlotte, where shall we start?
How about eating out? I know a place around the corner.
Ah, sounds delightful.
Going on holiday and finding out that the only thing available is tomato pasta or salad. Well, be glad to know that vegan restaurants are now starting to pop up all over Portugal, including this one behind us. We're going to show you that in the Algarve you don't have to settle for the bland and the uninteresting.
Just like your face. We are currently in the town of Quarteira, known for its great beaches and the touristy spot in bellow. Quarteira has two major veggie/vegan restaurants and many more hipster restaurants that you can go to. And right behind us we have one of those restaurants, so let's see what's cooking in the kitchen. So guys, we are currently in the restaurant. We're gonna order our food in a minute. One thing that's really great about this restaurant, the menu is 100% vegan and there is a gluten-free option for every dish.
They also have raw vegan food as well.
Raw vegan food, they have Buddha bowls and they have some good smoothies that are relatively cheap as well, so we might consider getting one of those.
Yeah, great thing about this restaurant is it's right near a beach. Also, the vibe is so cute. Like, there's banana palms, you can sit outside, you can sit inside. This little terrace bit's really pretty. And also, there's a cat in the ceiling. It's making me so happy. I'll film him, he's up there. He's having a good time. This restaurant, by the way, is at the far end of Quarteira. It's near the the Black Horse.
Praia do Cavalo Preto.
That one. So if you watched our video last week in Orleans, you'll notice that we got some couvet when we went out to eat. This place does a very similar couvet, but it's completely vegan. So instead of sardine pate, you've got a vegetable pate. And instead of butter you've got like a little dip made out of olive oil and red wine vinegar. We've got those same Algarvian carrots, which are really, really tasty. Olives, because Portugal staple, and of course some lovely, lovely bread. We also got these little numbers. They've got some detox juices. Mine's like beetroot, ginger, apple, all of those kinds of things. And I think Carla's got a watermelon one.
Watermelon, goji berries and strawberries.
Pretty good. And also everything here is paper, so good for the environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of this old vegetable pate. I'll let you know what it's like.
That was a big bite, Charlotte.
Really good.
Yeah, is it good?
Got like it's like a sun-dried tomato kind of base to it, but other than the tomatoiness, it tastes like sardine pate. It's pretty good.
And Charlotte doesn't like sardine pate, does she?
The idea of mashed up sardine is absolutely rank, mate. This is much better.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try a little bit of the pickled carrots and see what they're like. That's a big bite. Sorry, Charlotte.
As the sardine pate man, I think you should try the vegetable pate. See what you think.
Definitely.
How does it compare?
I'm gonna try with the sesame seed breadstick. So. That's quite good. It does have that sun-dried tomato taste, but then when it kicks in, but then the aftertaste is like having the sardine pate.
Yeah, I think the tomatoes almost have that funkiness to it, like you get with sardine pate. That's really good.
Lovely. What's it like?
Gingery. It's good. It's really nice. How about yours, babes?
Oh wow, this is quite fresh actually.
I'm gonna steal it.
It's really good. It's barely got any sugar on it. You know when you have the juice? It's good, right? Refreshing and
Yeah.
light.
Oh, that's really light. That'll be really good in the summer.
Yeah.
100%.
So guys, we have a special treat for you. Pardon me, I had a burp. This right here is called bacalhau à gomes de sá, but instead of using cod, they use tofu, so it's called tofu à gomes de sá, which is a Portuguese dish. So they've done a twist on it, and it looks amazing. The portion is gigantic. It has a potato, it's got titi olive, and for Charlotte's dish over here, she's got a pudding, so it's got some tahini paste in the middle, I believe. It's got hazelnuts, got rice, got beans, got tomatoes, avocados. It's got all the things that you need for a good diet, and they are not shy on the food portions as well.
It looks delish.
We're going to tuck in. So Charlotte, what does it taste like?
The rice is really good. I haven't tried the rest yet. Hang on. I'm just gonna go all in. See you later. Get a good mix, babes. Get on in. Right. The dressing is really, really good, and it's just so many textures. The nuts. Oh yeah, lovely. It's like a big hug. Like a big hug in a bowl.
My turn. Let's see. There's a lot in this dish. Get a bit of tofu, a bit of potatoes. That's very interesting. So they've used sweet potatoes to accompany the tofu flavour, and it goes really well. It does kind of resemble the cod dish, so I'm impressed. I'm
gonna steal a bit.
Charlotte's gonna steal a bit.
I wanna know.
Of course she is.
I wanna know. So I'm just gonna steal your food, babes. I wouldn't say it's exactly like it, but it's still really delicious. It's got the saltiness. They put something on it to give it that saltiness that you get from bacalhau. And the sweet potato goes really well. Lush.
As you can see, guys, we've devoured our plates.
Smashed it.
Charlotte, would you like to go for a dessert?
Of course. Always.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Chocolate brownie.
Yes. We're gonna be sharing one, okay?
Oh. So if you didn't know, Portugal really, really highly relies on UK tourists, which is why there's recently been a big influx in vegan restaurants, because the UK is actually considered the most vegan country in the world. So if you are in more touristy areas, yes, it is going to be easier to find vegan restaurants such as these. I would like to warn you, once you're out in the middle of nowhere, you may start to struggle, but don't worry, we've also got guides for that.
So we have got our vegan chocolate brownie and vegan ice cream as well.
I think it's cream, is it not? Oh, I don't know, it looks good, whatever it is.
Vegan, yeah, I believe you're correct.
Ooh, coconutty.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah. That. I can get a whole jar of that. Come on, Carlos, get wire in. Wire in, mate.
My turn.
Finger.
Ooh.
Isn't that so nice?
This tastes like having a bounty.
But better, because Bounty's crap.
Triggered.
To be honest, I could just ask for a whole jar of that coconut cream.
It's really good. It's like a chocolatey mousse consistency for the brownie.
Yeah, this thing though is just what makes it for me.
Need to try some more.
that.
I don't think I had enough of it. Oh, the base is solid.
Don't eat whilst I'm filming. That's not fair. I can't eat it all.
We just finished having our vegan meal. It was absolutely lovely.
Yes.
But you know what always goes well after a meal, Charlotte?
Is it coffee?
Yes.
To Villamora!
So Charlotte, did you end up eating too much food again and made yourself feel sick?
I ate too much dessert.
Hello guys, we are standing here in front of the Pastelleria Morapau. In case you haven't noticed, this was our winner for the best pastel de nata.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, we'll pop it up somewhere. They also, fun fact, do vegan pastel de nata, so we are gonna go in and try one for you. In case you didn't know, we've done a lot of walking for this video, and it's warm. Look at that face. That's a pink cheek right there. So unfortunately, if you do want to come here, you have to get here early for the vegan pastel de nata because they were out. I've got a regular one just for the sake of showing off what one looks like, but I did see them before and they look almost exactly the same, so I'm sure they're damn delicious because this is the best pastel de nata in town. Yeah, just get it nice and early. So obviously we're in Villamora and it is famous for being a more touristy area, and I know a lot of people out there like to get off the beaten track a little bit, maybe want to go explore more in the mountains of the Algarve or even going to central Portugal. And yes, it is going to be more difficult to find vegan food there, but don't worry, Carlos luckily speaks some good Portuguese and he can tell you how to get around that. Go on, Carlos.
So if you go to a cafe and you want to order a soya latte or an almond or oat latte, what you have to do is to ask in Portuguese café com leite alternativo. So as long as you put the word alternativo, that means alternative. Or you can just directly ask them leite de aveia, that's for oatmeal, leite de soja, that's for soya milk, leite de amêndoa, that is for almond milk. Some places, like Charlotte's mentioned, in the centre of Portugal might not have alternative milks, but the alternative to that, you see what I did there, is to order a bica cheia, which is just a single espresso, or an Americano, which is basically an Americano.
What happens when you are in a restaurant, not a cafe, and you want to order something? Well, take it away, Carlos.
Okay, if you're in a restaurant and you're vegan and you don't want to order anything with fish or meat naturally, you say eu não como carne. Carne is for meat, peixe is for fish. And as far as dairy products go, it's laticínios. Bit of a tongue twister, but you can get there.
But even after all that, what if you're really struggling to find something to eat in those rural, mountainous areas? We don't want you to miss out on the beautiful bits of rural Portugal. Well, do not worry, because we have a little something that happens to be all over Portugal.
Hey guys, this is Quarteira market that comes around weekly every Wednesday. It is a great place to buy veggies, nuts, fruits and everything vegan. You only need to do a quick Google search to find out what day of the week the market will be available, and trust me, you won't be disappointed.
So, if you're staying at, say, an Airbnb or doing a bit of camping, maybe you're a van lifer, these places are really great shouts, especially if you're somewhere rural and you're struggling to get the food that you may not be able to get in the restaurant. They have everything from tomatoes to red peppers, you've even got your tropical fruits, your bananas, your avocados, and trust me, when it comes to the fruit, you need to try oranges here. They are so delicious, so sweet and so fresh. Oh, olives are a really good shout as well. The Algarve has an absolutely amazing climate, meaning that you've got so many different vegetables available and they're all really tasty. You can grow absolutely anything here.
Not to mention, these places are super cheap, amazing quality, and it's where all the locals come here. It's a great way to be part of the Portuguese culture.
Now, I know what some of you are going to be thinking. I know that protein obviously isn't going to be found in all these veggies, but as you can see probably behind me, nuts, beans, pulses, all of these things are used a lot in Portuguese and Algarvian cooking. In fact, the Algarve is a big producer of things such as chickpeas and almonds, so you'll definitely be able to get some protein in your diet from these markets. Right, babes, should we go and get some grub?
Go on, babes, let's get some grub, innit?
Yeah!
So Charlotte, why are you so happy at the moment?
These are actually oranges and they're massive. I've got to get some, got to get some.
And these are 120 euros per kilo.
So yeah.
Absolutely mad.
How many should we get? 4?
Yeah, let's get more than that. Let's get 6.
But they're massive.
Look at that, I can barely fit this in my hand.
we won't fit them in the bag.
We can fit them in your bag.
Yeah.
Now Charlotte, the market was truly delightful and it's a great place to come for bits and bobs. But what if you can't be bothered to cook?
Don't worry, I know just the place.
Continente, baby! Não invente, vá ao continente.
One thing you can always rely on in Portugal is having a continent nearby, and luckily these places actually have massive vegan areas and whatnot.
They have a health food section full of gluten-free goods, nuts, alternative milks, and it's great if you're after a vegan diet.
Especially if you want something that's quick and easy and you can't bother to cook that night. Let's go in. So yeah, continent, they're basically everywhere. It's like your Tesco's or your Walmart. Give it a Google if you're worried about being vegan to see where your nearest one is. But you can actually get a few vegan things in places like Pingados or what are the other ones, Intermarché, loads of them. But continent I found has been the best so far.
Currently in Continent there's a huge health section here available with all sorts of milks, almond, oat, coconut milk.
Barista soya. Can't go wrong, mate.
Barista soya is pretty good. We got light soya milk, almond milk, oat milk with no gluten. We got protein milk here, coconut milk, rice milk. We have all sorts of stuff here. They even have the Root Health, which is really good organic milks to drink, you know. But this is only the tip
Yeah.
of the iceberg. In Continent, as you can see, we have veggie meatballs, different varieties. You've got burgers available.
They've even got that Viva one. That's really popular back in the UK.
They've got the Viva one. You know, there's all sorts of bits available.
Cheeky gazpacho.
Good old gazpacho soup, innit? Lovely jubbly.
Don't know if you can see that above me. Another good thing about Continent, they've got their cheeky charts, so you know what veg is tasting best. So you just look up there and you're like, oh, do you know what? I really fancy some nice, fresh, delicious veg food. There you go. Strawberries are the best.
What's that you found there, Charlotte?
Vegan chorizo. Chorizo.
Huh? Chorizo.
Who said you have to miss out on Portuguese food if you're vegan? Alright.
So this section right here, it's called the life area, the area of a good life.
There's Aliera as well.
So as you can see, we have a gluten-free section. We have a lactose-free section. All of these products are biological, which is lovely. We have the healthy lifestyle section. These are supplements if you're into that. They have a tea section, which is really good. And then the infused teas and biscuits. So And these sections are all over continent. So every continent that you go to, they will always be there.
Yeah. As you can tell, there is plenty that Portugal can offer you and your vegan diet, so please don't be afraid. Come along, enjoy the sunshine and enjoy the beautiful food.
And as always guys, leave a like, comment and subscribe, ring that notification bell. Let us know in the comments what's your vegan life like, and if you've traveled, if you've struggled, if you've been successful in finding vegan places. And as always, we'll see you later.
Yeah, tchauzinho.
Tchauzinho.